It's thinking. We are live, Matt. How are you?
Hello, hello. I'm doing great. How are you, Paola?
Good. Thank you so much for being so flexible with me. I know that last week it was planned to do this big shebang, but I wasn't able to. So I really appreciate your flexibility and your friendship and your partnership too.
That's right. No
Um,
worries.
so guys, we are in for a treat. I know I talk about Friendly Fridays a lot, and however, we have here Mat Steward. He's a referral master. But one of the big things that we're going to talk about today is the top 3 secrets to building wealth. You guys know that making money is very important. It's right there next to breathing. And Matt is sharing it on his Facebook right now so that his peeps can see it. But were you able to do that, Matt?
Trying. There I go.
Yes, no? You're
Now it's
trying?
happening. Now
Trying?
I got it.
Okay, there you are. Okay,
Thank you.
perfect. So so Matt, just to let everybody know, Friendly Fridays is a way for me to help you guys get introduced to professionals like Matt, and to also help you learn things that you should have probably learned in school that you didn't, but you should have. So today we're going to be talking about the top 3 secrets to building wealth. Now, as a financial advisor, Matt has been blessed, but he's also worked very, very hard to be a $1 million roundtable producer. He has been in the Chairman's Council, which only the top 3% of New York Life agents get to be on. He was awarded NAIF Top Advisor Under 40 in 2015 for the state of Florida, and he is an Eagle Strategies advisor. So he, nonetheless, just to let y'all know, if someone's going to tell you about how to build wealth, it's this man right here. And you also don't have to be someone that has tremendous wealth already. Just today, you were talking about helping a young man who is making a decent income, who's in his 20s. So, I mean, you help anyone from, someone that's starting to work now to anyone that's planning for retirement or maybe even in retirement and trying to figure things out still. Am I right?
Right. The two main criteria that I request for folks is one, that want to plan for the future. And then number two, they appreciate and desire the advice of a professional. Those are two, the money and all that stuff. I don't put my clients in a box. I'm there to generally, to actually help them. And if I can help them, I want to be able to do that. And of course, we have resources, whether it's myself or other folks on our team, that can help them. But and that person was also a referral. So people refer me. I'm never going to turn those folks down. We'll meet and see if it's a good fit, and I hope to be able to help.
Awesome. And then obviously you can help people a lot better in the front end, right? Because time value, the way interest
It's a lot
works,
easier,
it's
a
a lot
lot easier on them. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So people that are doing their transitions, whether, people that are getting married, people are moving to different places and things, those are the people that you obviously can help in a big way. But let's get down to business because the people want to know. I want to know, we all need to start saving, right? And saving for retirement. One of the questions that I had for you is Robert Kiyosaki. He mentions in some of his books, specifically in the 4 quadrants, that 401ks are not great vehicles anymore to be able to build a good retirement. How do we know what's a good option for us in terms of like retirement?
Sure, sure. And first and foremost, everyone has the right to an opinion. Everyone has the right to what they think is going to be best for them. Um, and he provides a lot of advice that is worth considering. When it comes to specifically 401ks, I'd say the first rule of wealth building is take advantage of the free money. Okay. So if you're a 401k provider, now what is a 401k? Some people might not even know what that is, right? So if you're employed and with a corporation or a decent sized company, most of the time they're going to have a retirement package or benefit available for you as an employee. Okay. And what that is, it is a tax deductible account where you put money into it for your retirement and you receive a tax deduction today for doing so. So that's a win. So you immediately reduce your taxes by putting money into that. In addition, where the attraction for wealth building specifically is, a lot of times these companies will provide you a match. What that means, if you put in $100, they'll put in $100. Okay. So how often would you want to do that? You would do that until they say stop, right? At the end of the day. So, I think to say a blanket statement as if it's a really bad thing, I would disagree on that because I think you should take advantage of all the free money you can get. So again, you put $100, they put $100. That's also what I would call 100% rate of return. You just got all that money into the account because you put the money into it, winning, right? Not too many things are guaranteed to win to get 100% rate of return, and that, in essence, I would call that that. So anyway, there's that, but obviously there's some cons to it as well, and that's what he's mainly talking about, as in you can't really access it whenever you want. There also could be taxes and penalties early if you withdraw it too early, etc. And so this is why it's important to actually have a personal financial advisor that can help you navigate really what is best for you, and to have a custom financial plan that may make sense to have some of that money in there, but then money elsewhere.
Correct. Yeah, awesome. So devising a plan is number one. So you got to make sure that everyone's needs are different. So you got to make sure that whatever you're doing is meeting your needs, obviously. Right. So another question is, other than like 401ks, IRAs, what other vehicles, I mean, other than retirement vehicles, traditional retirement vehicles, what are some other things that we should be, we should have in place?
Sure. Yeah, there's tons, right? Everyone's heard about crypto, getting that Bitcoin. Everything's an opportunity, but I think, a lot of people write books and you actually just really consider it is you want to invest in yourself, right? So if you are an entrepreneur, you have a passion about something that goes beyond any 9-to-5 job, you need to invest in that in some capacity, whether that's time, whether that's money, education, etc. So that's always a great place to start. And of course, you have outside of retirement vehicles, which in essence means that you can access it when you want it. That's most of the time when people provide recommendations on outside of retirement assets, and when it more was called liquid. I can access it. I can take it from here and put it into there. So you can still invest into stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, a lot of the standard, what they call securities that are available, where you can invest yourself or use a financial advisor to help you in that. There's plenty of those things. Of course, real estate. Everyone wants to invest in real estate, right? That's another avenue you can definitely consider. There's annuities. There's buying a business. There's franchises. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And again, it's so difficult for everyone to be an expert at everything. Good luck. God bless you if you think you can be an expert on everything. Okay. So that's why, again, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on everything either. Okay. But when you meet with a financial advisor, you meet with someone like me, I'll say, is that they're supposed to be finding out what's important to you. What are all your ambitions? Why do you have those ambitions? And to provide proper expectations, right? To pretend as if everything's going to be perfect, or go according to plan every single day for the next 30 years. That's probably not going to be reality, right? There's going to be life changes. There's going to be adaptations that you're going to need to make. So having someone to help with you and navigate those things is definitely vital to your overall wealth building and financial success. But as a financial advisor, I recommend that you have money outside of things that I even do. Especially if it's something that you're passionate about and you're able to put the time in and actually become basically an expert in that field, then please, you need to diversify your assets.
For sure. And what I'm hearing there is pay yourself first and invest in yourself, but also diversify, which all comes back to, making sure that you're devising a plan that makes sense for you as an individual. If there's a financial advisor or someone that's going to help you in your finances that tells you that, hey, this is what all my clients do, that's a red flag. You should probably not
Yeah,
talk to that person
it's a
because
good
everyone's
point. It's a
different,
good
right?
point. Yeah. Yeah.
And so pay yourself first. Another thing is automating your investments, right? So
Mm,
like instead of just kind of flying by the seat of your pants, right? And
mhm.
I don't know if that's actually the phrase. Yeah, English is hard sometimes,
Sure.
but
No, that's good. That's it. Yeah.
um, you devise a plan that is going to make sense for your needs, and it's going to offer you really long-term growth, right? And long-term
Mhm,
success. Because unfortunately, I see a lot of people that just don't do that. They don't, make sure that money is going out, because unfortunately, guys, the more money you make is the more money you spend. And
mhm,
so yeah, those are really good points. Now, in like you talked about the fluctuations of the market and having money outside, having liquid money. What are
mhm,
how can we kind of shield ourselves from these fluctuations of the market?
mhm, mhm.
Like
Yeah.
how
Good question. Absolutely. Well, I'll kind of tie a little bit of statistics and some studies that have shown how to do that, right? So it's not just, Matthew Stewart's book of wisdom, type thing. So a company called Ibbotson, Ibbotson. They are, I'd say, kind of like the brainchild behind Morningstar. So I might be losing some people here, but Morningstar is a company that rates mutual funds, rates investments, etc. So they do a lot of studying, a lot of research. And then Ibbotson is, again, they do even further research called white paper, So anyway, what they found out is that 92% of your rate of return on your money actually comes from how well diversified you are. Okay. The other 8% comprises of trying to time the market, fees, and other ancillary events. So you need to be diversified in a variety of asset classes, a variety of investments, first of all. That will help shelter, or help reduce too much risk in one particular area. Another rule of thumb is they say not to have any more than 10% of your money in one particular investment, whether it be Bitcoin, whether it be gold, whether it be, um, uh, Apple stock or something like that, right? One particular company, or even one house. You should have multiple houses, right? So anyway, that's another way to help shore up. Other than that, it's always everything I do is very specific and custom for the client. So it's hard to kind of generate other things, but you have guarantees on some money. There's options in general. The word annuities can free people out or people love them, all that. But that's a guarantee type product on your money. So maybe that's good. But then also insuring yourself, insuring your income, guaranteeing income for yourself. That's
Mhm.
another way of protecting your wealth, because if you can't work, you don't produce an income a lot. Okay. So, or your spouse or business partner, things of that nature. So that is a significant way of shoring up also assets and or income as well.
Love
So it's not just one thing.
love that. And we both specialize in those things. So yeah, disability insurance is super key, because
Mm-hmm.
the biggest asset a lot of the time that we have is our ability to work. So great point. And also, life insurance, you're the healthiest you're ever going to be right now. So you need to
Mm-hmm.
get under and you need to get life insurance. So Matt, thank you so much. That was awesome. So just to kind of recap, guys, the first thing is devise a plan that fits your needs. Second thing, pay yourself first. 3, automate your investments and start right now. Do not wait. Start right now. Tomorrow's my 30th birthday. So
Happy
don't
birthday.
don't wait till till a big birthday or anything like that to get started. Do it right now. So Matt, thank you so much for
My pleasure.
allowing me to have you here. I know that your information is on the description, so if people want to learn a little bit more or have any particular questions, which I do encourage you guys, I
Sure.
do encourage you guys to
Absolutely.
reach out to him to ask him any questions. I've referred my brother to him. You know, I trust this guy. This is the guy. Any questions though, you can leave them down below. We'll be sure to answer them below as well. But yeah, you guys, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Wish me the best of luck. I'm leaving to Alaska tomorrow. And I hope everyone has an amazing weekend too.
Bye, Paula. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.